So our first one is 7 plus 4i plus negative 5 minus 11. My piece of graph paper is going to look a little bit different from yours because I'm just going to take the big full screen approach here. So, but I did check all these, and you should have enough room on your graph papers to fit them, to fit all the vectors in. So I'm going to start with my real axis, try to make it about the same size as yours, and then an imaginary axis, kind of the same idea. So we have, for our first complex number, we have 7 plus 4i. So I'm going to do purple first. So if I go to 7 plus 4i, where is that complex number?
So the right one.
Right. So 7 to the right and 4 up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. And to illustrate this, I feel like there are corners that we could cut, but like I said, this is the only day we're really going to give this the time of day. So let's do this properly. What you want to do is draw in a vector from the complex origin to that point. And remember that vectors have directionality, so give it some arrowheads like that. Now, if you were to say watch a YouTube video about this, someone might tell you to first go to the origin and graph. Don't do that because then you're just going to have to go graph it again anyway. So we're going to do the tip to tail thing, and we're going to head to the tip of that purple vector. And from there, we're going to graph the second vector, which is -5. And it does say plus. So we have -5 minus 11i. So where are we going to go? Right, very good. So from the tip of this vector, we're going to head left 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then down 11. And you just have to count, okay? Be meticulous, don't be sloppy. And when we draw in the next vector, we're going to go from the tip of the one that we already drew, like this. So the tail of the red vector matches up with the tip of the purple vector. And again, draw in the arrowheads. Where is the resultant vector? You don't see it yet.
Is it from that point to the, sorry.
Yeah, so the other way around. It's from the origin to that point. And so rather than traveling, east and north and then heading, back to the west and south, the resultant vector is just the one that goes from the origin to your final destination down here. And even 8 of these might feel like too much. I was really torn. I didn't know what would be appropriate, but they're not all that exciting, but we can say we've mastered it. So the answer is the location of the tip of the green vector. So where is our final destination, if you will? Yep. And so we want to express it as a complex number. So it's our final answer is going to be 2 minus 7i. And I doubt that was all that exciting, but that's how you add two complex numbers together. And then what I said in the directions is after you've done it graphically like that, I do want you to just take a quick second and verify it arithmetically. So if you go back and look at the problem and you just, it's easy, right? You just combine the real parts, you get 2, combine the imaginary parts, you get -7. It's just nice to see that the graph and the arithmetic are jiving with one another. Any questions about that? The only reason I wanted to do one more with you is because I staggered them plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, just to make sure you're staying sharp on the fact that, remember, subtraction does not exist. Subtraction is the addition of an inverse. So we're going to, or the addition of an opposite. So we're going to do it again. We're going to do one more. So the math problem as written on your assignment says, I'll write it in white up here, I suppose. It says to do -2 minus 4i minus the complex number 6 minus 7i. Who remembers what we actually do? So we're going to turn the minus into a plus. So we're going to keep the same complex number the same. The beginning of our journey is still going to be left 2 down 4. But what we want to do is not subtract a vector, but rather add the opposite of the vector. So we're going to add, what complex number would that be? Good. So this will be the math problem that we actually wind up doing. And same idea, I'll make this one purple. You're welcome to use colors, don't care. And then I'll make this one red. And then the resultant will be the final answer. And try to resist the urge to look ahead and do the math ahead of time. Just kind of let it play out and then verify it once you're done. And then we'll complete this task and this will be it for the day. I mean, you got to finish 6 more after this, but easy peasy, right? So let's get to it. If I'm going to go and do the purple one, where will I go? Good. Left 2, down 4. So I just make a mark there and then put my ruler down and make my first vector like this. And then I'm going to, from that tip, trace the second leg of the journey. What is that journey? Where do I go? Left 6. Thank you, Blair. Left 6, up 7. So left 1, 2. I should switch colors here. Left. Remember, just go from the tip. Don't go back to the origin. From the tip of the first one, left 6, up 7. Make a mark and then make your vector from the tip of the first vector. And the resultant vector will be the one that connects the complex origin back to your final destination, like that. It's really not a huge upshot today. There's never really like a climactic moment when we work up to something. We're just practicing a skill so we can flex on the State Department, say, yeah, we can add and subtract complex numbers graphically in the plane. So what is that green vector? What is the value of that complex number? Yeah. So -8 plus 3i. And again, you want to then verify it mathematically. The math is easy. -2 plus -6 is -8. -4i plus 7i is 3i. Check. So that's all we're trying to accomplish here. Yes, ma'am. Uh-huh. Yeah. Down 5. Because it's -5i. Yeah, I did try to sprinkle throughout some pure imaginaries and also some real numbers. So yeah, your vectors, like for number 3, when it says -5i, that vector just points straight down. And if it's a real number without the I, then you just go left or right. Good, good. I can do more if you'd like. I don't want to leave you hanging. I'm going to pause the recording, and if you have questions, then I'll unpause.